Hey everybody, Brad here. Today I'm going to review this ICEFOX action camera. It promises 30 minutes of waterproof time with the included case, dual screen, so you have one on the front and one on the back, Wi-Fi connections, and Ultra HD 4K video. Has a built-in stabilizer, kind of like the other brands out there. So I've been using the other brands of action cameras for a long time, and I have multiple versions of that. So this is the first time I've ever used this brand, and I'm really excited to check it out. In full disclosure, I did not pay for this. It was sent to me for this product review, and this is going to be my product review. Let's get it unboxed and check it out. Packaging looks very nice. You have your user's manual, warranty card for 1 year. Here is the actual camera itself. So this is the waterproof case. I imagine it is, so you can submerge it in water. Not dissimilar from the other brand. Very small, very lightweight. So we'll set that there for now. You have a number of other attachments here. So here's the battery. Comes with 2 batteries. That's nice. And let's see what else is in this other box over here. USB charging cable, a clip-in mount of some sort, various attachments, a safety strap, a stick-on mount so you can mount this to something and attach it to this. Here's another attachment, it's a backing for this thing, but it's a different one. It has some slots in it. Not really sure what that one's for yet, but I'll find out. There's a battery charger, a dual battery charger, another mount you can clip it into, some little straps, some zip ties, cleaning rags, and 2-sided, double-sided tape. Man, this box is like a clown car. Just keep coming up. A mount for like a handlebar or something round like a pole, a remote, and another mount. And I think I've reached the bottom. Very surprised that it comes with all these attachments. Typically, you just get the camera and that's it. And you have to buy all the extra stuff. But this is pretty neat. All right, I'm going to insert the battery here. Close that down. I'm going to go get a SD card. It does not come with an SD card, so that's something you have to get on your own afterwards. All right, insert the SD card. I'm going to peel off these screen protectors here and power it on. ICEFOX logo shows up here. It says card cannot be accessed or format with camera. So I'm going to have to format that camera. So I'm going to select English. So I'm going to set the date, and it is a touch screen also. So we are in the 4th month, and it is currently, I don't know what time. So I'm formatting the card right now, and it goes through all the selections on here of the camera options. And there's an app that goes along with this. You can download the camera app. There's a QR code right there. I don't know why the card cannot be accessed. Let's try this one. Let me try my other one. All right, so I changed my card. Maybe I have a bad card, I don't know, but this card works fine. So now I have it ready to go. I can do various resolutions here. I'm going to do 4K at 30 frames per second. High quality. I don't need any filters on there. Now, this one, if I turn the camera upside down, the image does not rotate. You have to go into settings and do that. Screen brightness, flicker, all those things. So it looks pretty smooth. It's a weird on the back here. I'm going to see if it records that way, but when I move it around and I get to where I'm going, it's like the camera comes to a sudden stop on the screen here. Let's check out some of these attachments. It doesn't come with a handle of any sort, so that's not a negative thing. It's a thing that comes with plenty of other stuff that most cameras don't. Let me check out some manual things first before we get walking, just to make sure I know. So there's a picture of all the various camera attachments you can use and how to put them on, and continues on this page because there's many of them. So with the app, you can do the preview real time, or you can download them afterwards. That's nice. All right, let's go get some video. All right, so I'm walking with my camera facing me. I got this little camera here, and I'm going to shoot some video. It's recording. I'm seeing if it catches my bouncing around or moving around. Looks pretty stable so far. Do some turning around. It has a screen on the front, but I can't see it. So it may be a setting I don't know how to do. Turn it back around. Let me see if I can get that front screen turned on, because that's not something I've used yet. I do not see the front camera. I'm going to go check out the instructions manual because I'd like to be able to see that. It doesn't show up automatically. Standby one. So just want to talk about a few of the settings here. The glare on there is pretty rough. This allows you to pick different camera modes, set up your Wi-Fi, and I can get to the menu here and go through everything. So your top button's your OK or on power button, and then you have a menu here, or you can actually touch the screen, but I still can't get the front screen to come on. I'm trying to figure that out. Here's a video I just made. You can zoom on the screen. Settings. All right, I think if you hold the mode button here, I'm going to do a long press on that. it goes to the other side. It's supposed to. Yep. But you can't have both open at the same time, and I think that's kind of weird. But before we get going much farther, I want to talk about the feel of this camera. It feels light and cheap and very lightweight, and it doesn't feel super sturdy. I mean, the case is hard, but the other brand that I've been using for a long time, those things feel pretty sturdy and like they could take a beating. Also, this one doesn't have the protective like cap over the camera lens, and you'd have to put some type of film on the back here to keep the things from getting scratched up. So I don't know how good it would be from an action standpoint, but I'm going to go get my other camera that I've been using for a while, and I'm going to walk around with both of them and let you hear the sound quality differences and the video quality differences, and I'll set them up the same. So 4K, 30 frames per second, all the things like that, I'll set all that up. One issue about the waterproofness of it, I don't believe this is waterproof just as in and of itself, because if you look at the battery case, there's no seal or anything around that. So I think it has to be in this thing to be waterproof, but if you wanted to use waterproof and have sound quality, I don't think you can do that with this particular case because there's no perforated holes or anything in here. But again, if you're looking for a cheaper option of something just to record some stuff with, maybe this is something for you. But I need to compare it to the other things I've been using in the past. So stand by for that. One other thing about all these little attachments is they are very similar to the other brand, and I think they're probably compatible with each other. So this may be something you can use with some stuff you already have. I'm going to take all the packaging out of the plastic right now so I can see exactly what I have options available. Here's something I like already. It's this little clip-in device here. That's pretty nice, and it has a screw on the top or the bottom. Or here's a clip-on clip. I can do this, clip that into there, and I can clip it onto my something like this. I'm not really sure what all these straps are for. They're like wrist straps or Velcro strap. There's quite a few of these things that you could use. I like this one. I'm going to attach this. I'm going to take it on a bike ride real quick, and that'll be a good test of the bouncy and the feel. So I need, that'll go on the handlebars, and then I'll need the alternative attachment. All right. I don't know how this is going to attach. I got to figure that out. So if I have just the camera, it can go, unless I'm missing, oh, here we go. So this is what I was trying to find. So this thing right here can screw into this camera. It already lines up weird, so that's a weird problem, but maybe that's manageable. And if I want to attach this to my bicycle, I got this option, which would put the camera at an angle, so it's not sitting flush. That's problematic, and I don't want that to be, maybe there's a better way. Okay, there's an adjustment there. False alarm. That top spins independently of the other part. Okay, so if I want to put this on here, I need another case here. Now that screw is in there as tight as I can get it, and it's not holding it tight. Let me try a different one. So it comes with all these things, and they're all the exact same length. If I wanted to hook this together, for example, and I put this in here and screw it all the way down, that one gets tight. So that one would work. Now let's try it on the opposite side of this. That one works. Back to this one again. Okay, that one would work. So strange. Let's try it again. See, this one's very loose in there already. I've got that in there as tight as I can turn it, and this is floppy. So this is an attachment that may not work with this. Let me try it with a different one. That one works. So the only one that stuff doesn't work on is this one, this particular thing right here. There may be a different attachment that I don't fully understand, but so far the thing I want to work the most doesn't. Still doesn't work that way either. Okay, so it gets a negative for this piece right here because this, well, I guess just this piece because it doesn't fit in there quite right, and I can't tighten it down tight enough to make it where it doesn't flop around. And that's really what I wanted to use it on, so I can attach it to the handlebars on my bicycle. But I'm going to go set these both up, and I'm going to carry them around and show you the differences in the video quality, and I'll show you that video in a moment. All right, everybody, 3, 2, 1, here we go. I'm going for a little walk. I have both cameras on the exact same camera setting, so 4K, 30 frames per second. Normal recording, nothing fancy here. So I'm checking out the stabilization. I'm checking out the video quality. So standing in the shade, both video qualities look okay. Out in the sun, the ICEFOX looks to be a little overexposed, so we'll see how that looks when I get to the camera. And then from a sound quality, who knows? We'll see how that works out. So I am walking back now, so that should be enough to test both options and see what kind of sound quality we have. There's a good sun capture, so the ICEFOX I'm looking at here looks pretty overexposed. This one looks kind of overexposed, but not bad. So let's see what they look like on the big camera. Another feature about this one is the only way to attach it to something is with that one attachment I showed you. This camera comes with these built in, and this is really nice. So that's a feature that I love. This is a feature that could be problematic, particularly if you lose that one that it comes with it. Concerning the ICEFOX action camera, I think it's a nice option for a cheap price. So if you're looking for a camera that is easy on the wallet, but you still want to capture some video and things of that nature, I think it could be an option for you. But if you need quality video and quality audio, I don't think this is a camera for you. Also, it's nice that it comes with all those attachments. It's really fantastic that it comes with all that stuff already. But if the stuff doesn't actually work together, then it's not worth having. So all the things work together except for that one clamp that I couldn't get much to attach to it, particularly the thing that I needed to attach to the bottom of the camera. I wish it had more options of connecting to the bottom instead of that one screw-in post, because it only comes with one of those, and I think it should come with multiple of those. But overall, I give it 2 out of 5 stars on video, 4 out of 5 stars on stuff that comes with it, maybe an average of 2.5 stars out of 5, so it's a halfway okay camera. But for someone, if you are just starting out with something and you need a little action camera, or you have a child who may want something like this and you want to destroy a very expensive camera, maybe something for you. But the other brands that are out there, GoPro specifically, has been around for a long time, and they are very durable. They are waterproof right out of the bag. I think it can be an option for some folks, but it's not for most folks who are into high quality things. So it's a cheaper alternative to the GoPro, obviously, and I think it's, again, it depends on your budget, depends on your needs, and depends on the quality of video you need. If you're just trying to record something, maybe you don't need that kind of quality. I like what I have, and it's somewhat intuitive. The touchscreen menu is pretty sensitive, and the buttons control with that. I don't like that you can't see both front and back at the same time. I have to push a button to actually turn it around and look at myself or look at the camera, whatever's facing. Don't like that feature, but the price point is hard to beat. That's the hardest part to beat, because it is a cheap alternative to all the other things out there. And I don't like that it's not waterproof right out of the box, meaning by itself. You have to put it in a case to do waterproof. With the other brand I have, if I'm going pretty deep, I can go pretty deep in the water with it just as it is. If I'm going super deep, I have to put it into a case. But all in all, I recommend it if it's something you think you need at that price point, or if you don't care about your high quality video. Okay, after my woes of the connections here, all the things it comes with, I reached out to them. I sent them my video that I have recorded and uploaded, and they sent me back some feedback on other things to check out. So when I talked about adding this to my bicycle handle, this was the solution, meaning stack 2 of these things up and it works. Then you can tighten this to the handle. This part up here, you can adjust and turn it and lock it back down into place. So that was, once I figured that out, I think that was good. I still think it should come with 2 of these, because if you lose one, you can't really attach it to many things here. Then these 2 pieces are together. But when I put it on my bicycle handle, it still vibrates very easily and will fall over like that when the camera is in there, because it's kind of heavy for that. And I don't know why this does not get tight. This bicycle handle or pole handle connector, it will not get any tighter. I've wrenched it down as tight as I can get it, and it's still somewhat loose. So that's still a problem, and this is exactly what they sent me to the solution to do. Another thing I failed to cover before was the remote. This remote is connected automatically. It will take a photo or take a video. It's a pretty nice little setup there. You can connect the wrist strap to this remote. There's little parts on the side, and you can connect a wrist strap like this to it. Or you can take one of those wrist straps, because it comes with many, and you can attach it to this device, which would in turn attach to the back of this thing, like this, and then you have a way to hook that on to something. These stick-on devices, this will pop right into that here. Now that's locked into that, so you can stick these on some stuff and then use this to go in and out with if you need to. I did not discuss the battery charging block before, but I do like this. I can just set both batteries in here and charge them together. Using the app, it's fine. You can download the app. I'm going to talk about that overlaid here with downloading the app. I did have issues with connecting it to Wi-Fi and going back through the comments on the Apple. I was on the App Store for the iPhone, and I read through the comments, and it's, people said I would give it 0 stars or -1 stars or things like that because they have difficulty connecting to the app. I did have some troubles. I was able to connect directly to the app the first time with no SIM card in it or no SD card in it, and then took me 4 or 5 other tries to get it to connect again with the SD card in. And then when I turned the remote on, it disconnected the Wi-Fi from the app. And also there's a feature on the app that says clips, which I was told that you could edit your photos and videos right in the app. And I downloaded the photos, I downloaded the videos, and that clip button on the app still did not work, so I'm not really sure what that's for. But it did download them directly to my phone. All right, I'm recording on the device here and screen recording at the same time. It's pretty bright in here, but the camera shows that it's very dim in here. I'm curious about the sound quality. I'm using the app. It's taken me 5 tries to get it to connect. It connected initially, and I screen recorded what I was doing in here. But then I had to put an SD card in, and it took me 4 additional tries after that to get it to connect now, and it's working. Seems to be working now. So the app is okay. You have to go through read the user agreement because there's some proprietary, they own the rights to stuff in there. So just read the user agreement before you download the app and make sure you know what the app is saying. The app has a number of reviews, very, very poorly. It says it can't connect to Wi-Fi, multiple things like that. I think they've updated the app since those reviews are written. It's still not awesome, but it works. Again, I like the camera. I think it's a cheap alternative to the other brands that are out there. And if you're looking for something that works in well-lit areas, I mean, I'm filming in the exact same lighting condition here as I did with the camera sitting in here, so you can tell the difference in the light, the way the camera picks up the light and uses it. So no change in the lighting conditions in here since I filmed with that camera, because it's very dim, and in the sun it's very overexposed. So again, if you want something that works but not super great quality, I think it's okay. And the price point, again, the price point is the hardest thing to beat, particularly with all the little attachments that comes with, because you quite often pay that kind of money for those type of attachments. There's another couple things in here. Safety strap. There's a little metal strap, lens covers, and other sticky pads in here. Again, I like all the attachments and all the things that it comes with, but when the stuff doesn't work, like this thing is really frustrating to me, because I would want to attach it to something with this device here, and if this is going to fall over like that, it's as tight as I can. I can't turn it any tighter, and it still does this. So I'm asking the company to please do something about that. All right, that's my final review, and no more on the ICEFOX camera. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks for joining. Bye.